10:33 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, July 9th, 2011. Testimony Trevor Bounds, recording. Mr. Bounds, I see here you have already filled out the standard questionnaire. What we would like now is to receive a verbal testimony from you. I'll go ahead and ask you some questions to get you going, but what we really want here are details of the incident, in order to better create an accurate picture of what occurred in First Central Bank this afternoon. I'd like to start from the beginning, when you arrived and what was your purpose of visiting. Mr. Bounds. Mr. Bounds!
Huh? Oh, sorry.
Are you okay? If you'd like some time, we can get your testimony from you later. Would that be beneficial?
No. Let's do it now. I want to get this over with. Call me Trevor, though. Please, don't call me Mr. Bounds.
Okay. Trevor, could you please tell me when you arrived at the bank and what exactly you were intending to do there this afternoon?
Well, Roger, that's my best friend's... was my best friend's name.
Was he one of the victims?
Victims? If by victim you mean he was brutally murdered while your damn SWAT team took their sweet time rescuing us, then yes, Roger was a victim.
Mr. Bounds,
don't call me that! Please don't call me that. It's Trevor and I don't want to do this later. I need to do it now. Can you just repeat your first question?
We were talking about when and why you arrived at the First Central Bank. You mentioned your friend.
Roger Kennedy. Roger's girlfriend Cassie and I were going to the bank together. I think we pulled up to the bank shortly after 1. Cassie thought we were stopping to just deposit a check. She didn't know it, but Roger was actually pulling out money for her ring. He was going to propose this upcoming Saturday. He'd been saving for nearly a year. He was so excited, working extra hours, picking up side jobs. Cassie had his heart.
So, Cassie, was she in the bank too? Was she a victim?
No, she didn't go in. Praise God she didn't go in. She waited in the car while Roger went in and pulled out the money. I went in after him because I had to use the bathroom. It was while I was standing at the urinal that I heard the first shot.
Hey! Okay, stop! Hand against the wall!
I immediately followed orders and felt a zip tie tighten around my wrists. Then duct tape was wrapped around my eyes. I couldn't see a thing.
So you never saw any of their faces?
No.
Okay. Continue.
After he cuffed my hands and taped my eyes shut, he escorted me into the lobby, where an eerie state of shock had silenced the room. Everyone was petrified. You could feel it more than you could hear it. And by the grunts and whimpering, I could tell someone had already been shot. This wasn't a joke, and these guys weren't playing around. The quiet was broken when one of the robbers started shouting.
Open the damn vault or I'll blow off your face!
I can't! The silent alarm has been activated. The vault is sealed. No one can get in.
Did you press the silent alarm? You did, didn't you?
I was just doing my job. Please don't kill me, please.
How can we open it? How?
Only Mr. Waltz, the owner of the bank, can open it.
Well, where is he?
He's not here. He stepped out for lunch maybe 20 minutes ago. Please don't kill me. I swear, I was just trying to do my job.
What the hell are we gonna do now, Stanley?
What did I tell you about using our names? Stick to the code names, damn it!
Well, what are we gonna do?
Shut up! I'm thinking. Give me a minute.
This is where the situation changed for the worst. It was silent for what seemed like an eternity as the Stanley guy calculated their next move. I, like others, were praying Stanley and his hoodlums would just count their losses and leave. But that's not what happened. Instead, Stanley came up with a sinister plan far worse than an already terrifying bank robbery. A haunting nightmare that you couldn't wake up from.
All right, round everyone up. Get everyone upstairs. Come on, get a move on.
You heard him, get a move on.
Let's go! No talking!
Here, let's go!
They directed us upstairs to something like a conference room. Once we were all rounded up, Stanley addressed us. If we had an inkling of hope, he squashed it entirely.
Ladies and gentlemen, if I could have your full, undivided attention, that would be much appreciated. I'm sorry to hold you all up like this, really, I am. But our friend Carrie here pressed the silent alarm, sealing the vault and thus complicating things just a bit. But no worries, everyone. We have a plan. You see, the owner, Mr. Waltz, can open the vault. And with your help, we're going to motivate him to open it. In 1 minute, I'll be giving our valiant SWAT team a call to inform them of our plan. Every 15 minutes, we will be taking one of you, our wonderful volunteers, to the balcony, shoot you in the head, and drop your body down to your loved ones below.
Get the hell out of here! Oh!
Oh my God!
It is now 1:27 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. At 1:42, one of you will be shot in the head and returned to your family via body bag. In case you think this is one big joke, I'm going to smear this man's blood on the face of the next person to be killed.
No, please, no, please, no! Please, no!
Would you announce to everyone your name, please?
Rebecca Sanders!
It was so painful to listen to. She couldn't keep back the sobs, the panic locked up and seizing in her chest. I had already been crying in a state of shock, but fresh tears came with her name. It made it real. Knowing this wasn't just some nameless corpse, a real name, a real person. Real blood flowing through her veins, soon to be emptied, soon to be stopped.
In 15 minutes, Miss Sanders will be shot in the head. She has but one hope. Not the police, not her family, not even God. Her hope rests entirely in the hands of Mr. Waltz. The sooner he gets here, the less of you have to die.
But we all knew he wasn't finished. He was thinking, crafting yet another terrible twist in this already horrific nightmare.
There is, however, one other option. I don't really care who's killed, but someone's going to die in 14 minutes, and another in 29, and another in 44, unless the vault is opened. However, one of you can save Miss Sanders. One of you can make sure that we don't blow her brains out by taking her place. Anyone feeling noble? Anyone wish to volunteer?
Please.
Just slip up a hand, and you can buy Miss Sanders more time. Any takers? Anyone at all? Sorry, Miss Sanders. Looks like no one here cares enough about you to take your place. Hopefully Mr. Waltz will come before your time runs out. Once I make a safe getaway, spoil in hand, you and all your self-absorbed cohorts will be rescued by your beloved men in blue.
The allotted 13 minutes had passed. Mr. Waltz didn't come and Miss Sanders was dragged, kicking and screaming to the balcony where she was shot in the head.
Oh God. No, please not yet. No, one more time, please.
Get up.
No, God! No, not yet, no, please.
Come on.
God, no.
Get your hands off me! Get your filthy hands off me, you prick! Let me... You mother...
Please announce to everyone your first and last name.
Piss off!
Guess we need to jog your memory.
Let go of me, you bastard!
I'm gonna cut off each of your fat fingers, one by one, till your thick skull can remember your name.
Stop! Okay, it's Morris Baker.
Thank you, Mr. Baker. You've been most helpful. Anyone wish to take Mr. Baker's place? I'll see you in 15 minutes, Mr. Baker.
1:57 came and went, and with it Mr. Baker.
No, please, just one more time. No, not me, someone else, someone take my place. No, please, no, don't, not yet, please.
12, Melissa Peters.
Melissa Peters! Please don't!
227, Tiffany Owl.
You remember all their names? First and last?
It's kind of hard to forget the names that saved your ass. Plus the sobbing between syllables painted a pretty vivid picture.
Tiffany Owl. No, Kevin! Kevin! Save me! No! No, Kevin! How can you let them do this? Kevin! Kevin! Kevin, let go!
First and last name, please. Name!
Kevin Owl.
What? You let your own wife go before you? You hid behind her as she faced death alone. Guess we see what people are really made of when face to face with death. We are all cowards. No one is noble. No one loves. All stand alone, and all are abandoned. Everyone is for themselves in the end. Sure, you guys will put on a smile, tolerate each other, pretending. But when death looms over us, we're all the same in its shadow. We look out only for ourselves. We push, drag, we claw one another before the bullet in order to save our own neck. But no worries, Mr. Owls. You'll see your abandoned bride, wherever that is, wherever we all go. Where all lovers of self go in the end.
Mr. Owl was reunited with his abandoned bride 15 minutes later, and Stanley returned for his 6th victim. What the hell took you guys so long? It takes over an hour and a half to mobilize a SWAT team? If you would have come a few minutes earlier, it would have been so different.
Roger was picked next, wasn't he?
No, Roger wasn't picked next. I was. Each step grew louder and louder, closer and closer. Then I felt it. Stanley's hand coated with Kevin's sticky blood smearing across my face.
Please tell everyone your name.
I then realized why saying it was so hard for the others. It was signing your own death sentence. No more fantasy. No more pretending. No more ignoring this nightmare of a reality you were trapped in. You were forced to swallow it. Like bile, the words crawled up out of my throat.
Pounds.
Louder, please.
Pounds.
I'll see you in 15 minutes, Mr. Bounds. Unless there are any takers.
I'll take his place.
Who the hell said that? Stand up! Do you know Mr. Bounds?
Yes, he's my best friend.
Not even a husband took me up on my offer. And you're gonna take a bullet for a friend?
Yes.
Are you sure? Do you really want to die for this guy? Last chance to pull out. Is he really worth it?
He is.
Sharp, cold steel sliced down the palm of my hand after my cuffs were cut free. Stanley forced my bleeding hand down Roger's face. I choked on tears as my fingers felt his every feature. His taped eyes, his quivering lip. I knew he was crying, but even so, he was so strong.
Tell everyone your name.
Roger Kennedy.
Mr. Kennedy, I'll see you in 15 minutes. I'll give you until then to talk with your friend. You must really care about him.
Trevor, can you tell Cassie I'm sorry? Don't tell her about the engagement. It'll just make this worse. I wish I could have seen her walk down that aisle. It would have meant the world.
You're going to see her again. Who knows what can happen in 15 minutes? Maybe the police will break in. Maybe Mr. Waltz will hand over the money. For all you know, this could all be over in the next 10 minutes. One really bad dream we can just put behind us forever. You'll marry Cassie. You guys will have kids. You guys
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Just stop it, Trevor. That's not what's going to happen, and you know that. We can keep pretending, but in 14 minutes, I'm taking that bullet, regardless of what we believe is going to happen. So don't you dare rob me of this last moment I have with you with false hopes.
Why, Raj? Why are you doing this? It should be me taking that bullet, not you. You have a beautiful girl, a wonderful life ahead of you. He didn't even pick you. He picked me. Why the hell did you do that, Raj? Why?
You're my best friend, Trevor. You have been with me through everything. Through my parents' divorce, my dad overdosing, meeting Cassie. You've been with me through it all, Trevor. Why wouldn't I give my life for yours? You have a life to live just as much as I do, and I have the opportunity to give what's left of mine for yours. You would do the same.
Roger, I'm not worth dying for. I'm not. You should be the one to live. I don't deserve this.
Trevor! Neither of us deserve...
I slept with her, Roger! Last New Year's, I slept with Cassie while you were out of town. Kyle Reynolds had this massive party. We both got hammered. The next thing I know, I'm waking up with her beside me. I tried to talk to you so many times, Roger, but every time I chickened out. I was so afraid. Afraid of losing you, of hurting you. I was so selfish. Raj, I don't deserve your sacrifice. I don't. I stabbed you in the back.
Trevor, I already know about you and Cassie.
What? How?
She told me.
Cassie told you. When?
The following morning, she woke up and saw you next to her. Her heart sank. She knew she screwed up. Once she got in the car, she gave me a call. She could barely get out the words because she was crying so hard.
What did she say?
She explained what happened. But mostly, all she did was apologize over and over again. She would do anything to regain my trust. She didn't want to lose me, but was terrified her mistake had ruined everything.
Raj, I'm so sorry. I wanted to tell you, but I was so scared. God, I'm a coward. I couldn't even speak up to stop you from taking my place. For God's sake, I'm shaking and I can't stop. I just want this to be over, Raj. To be some terrible dream we wake up from. Roger, I don't want to lose you. You're my best friend. That's when I felt his cuffed hands around my neck in a makeshift embrace. His forehead resting against mine.
Trevor, I love you so much. And no matter what you did, I always will. That's what love is, Trevor. Forgiveness. I forgave you a long time ago. After Cassie and I got off the phone, I was so confused. To be honest, Trevor, I was gonna break it all off. My relationship with Cassie, my friendship with you. It was a dark time. That's why you didn't hear from me for so long. I told you I extended my business trip, but it was a lie. See, the truth was, I didn't know how to confront you or what to do about Cassie. I had no clue where to begin. But it was in that darkest of moments where I found out what love really is. Love is a choice to give of yourself on behalf of another, to fight for that person's good, especially when it's the hardest, in those darkest of moments. Trevor, despite the pain that both of you caused me, I knew deep down that I didn't want to lose either of you. That's when I realized I would do whatever it took to keep Cassie in my life, including forgive her. I guess that's when I decided to marry her. But it wasn't all just about her, Trevor. It was also about you. I don't want to lose you. Trevor, I'm not going to see my wedding day. I'm not going to see Cassie walk down that aisle. But if I did, I would want you standing there next to me as my best man, as my best friend. I am honored to take your place here. I would not have it any other way.
Roger, I can't explain how grateful I am you picked me to be your friend. You've always been so strong, and yet so tender. You've been like an older brother I never had. Thank you for always being there for me.
Always.
For a while we were just silent with our heads leaning against each other. We were undone. As we shared that final moment, the angst in my chest grew, and I began to pray from the depths of my heart for Mr. Waltz to come, for the police to break in with guns drawn, for my friend and I to walk out of that bank alive. But every prayer went unanswered, and at 2:57 p.m., they came for my friend as promised.
Time's up.
No, not yet. Please, just give us a little
Trevor,
more time.
it's all right.
Please,
All right.
I'm begging you,
No,
just 5
Trevor,
more minutes. Just 5 more minutes, damn it. Mr. Waltz can be coming right now any minute, please. Just give us more time, please.
Trevor, I love you. No regrets. Tell Cassie I love her more than the world. Promise me you'll tell her, Trevor. Promise me.
I promise. I'll tell her, Rod. I'll tell her. I can't tell you who was picked next, or who had the blood of my friend smeared on their face. I can't tell you if they cried, or if they begged for their life. I can't tell you a single detail after that bullet left its chamber, rattling my bones and smashing my heart. I went numb. All I know is that 5 minutes later, or rather, 5 minutes late, you guys came barging in to save we that remain, the frightful few left in the wake of a nightmare, yet forever haunted by a love unknown. A true love. For so long I thought I knew what love was. An emotion, a feeling, a release of chemicals in the brain. True love? True love is death. True love is laying one's life down for another. For no man has a greater love than this, than for one to lay down their life for his friend. Will that do for testimony?
Yeah, that'll do.
Good.
Mr. Trevor, you truly had a great friend. I'm so sorry we didn't get there in time.
Yeah. Me too.